What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Guys, don't forget to check me out on Twitter at TD Fans Talk. Instagram is TD Fans Talk. Also, Facebook is TD Fans Talk as well. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You'll enjoy it for sure. You can also find my content at dolphinstalk.com, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to give a special shout out to our quarterback, the Miami Dolphins quarterback, Ryan Fitzpatrick, who has literally been nominated. He has been nominated as the FedEx Air Player of the Week, where they honor some of the top quarterbacks. And I can tell you now, I've already taken a look at the voting. He is leading the pack in the voting for the top quarterback of the week for their performance. He had a phenomenal day in helping the Miami Dolphins take down the Philadelphia Eagles. His stat line is as follows, and it was his season high. That's something that we aren't talking about as well. This game marked his season high 365 yards and 3 touchdowns in a 37-31 victory over the Philadelphia Eagles at the Hard Rock Stadium, as you all already know. Man, the 2 of his touchdown passes went to wide receiver Devontae Parker, and the other one was to the tight end Mike Gesicki. Now, we all know Parker was a big part of Ryan Fitzpatrick putting up these numbers, but at the same token, the receiver has to make the catch, but not only does the receiver have to make the catch, the quarterback has to be able to throw the ball to where the receiver can make the catch. So shout out to Ryan Fitzpatrick for getting it done for his team on Sunday and for the Miami Dolphins, and helping Devontae Parker reach a feat that we are hoping that he can reach this season, guys. Y'all hit that like button on your way in. I also want to talk a little bit about Ryan Fitzpatrick, because a lot of people don't talk about the simple fact that he's having one of his best seasons. All right. This is actually his second 300-yard passing performance in 3 games and the 19th of his 15th year NFL career. He's had 19 300 passing yard games, guys. He was also nominated for his performance in the 26-18 victory against the Jets back in week 9 as well. Now, Russell Wilson ended up winning that award. This time he's going up against 2 NFC quarterbacks as well, in Trubisky and Jared Goff. But this time, Fitzpatrick should win it. This time, he should definitely win it. And I just love when he throws a touchdown, man. Fitzpatrick gives you the tight neck every time he throws a touchdown. He hits you on It's just so hilarious, man. Shout out to Fitzpatrick. I'm happy for him, though, because literally, guys, he is having one of his best seasons, even with the situation with him and Josh Rosen switching positions twice this season. He is having one of his best seasons, and I'm proud of him, man. And I told people before the season started, he literally can be better than he was in the past. And what did everybody say? What did everybody say? What did everybody say? They literally said, listen, man, Ryan Fitzpatrick, we know what we have in him. He is a turnover machine. He has had a few turnovers, but he has not been a turnover machine like he's been in the past. He's been a lot more efficient. He's been a lot more productive for the Miami Dolphins. And I told you all, a new coaching staff, a new coach, in a new system, you'd be surprised. And I predicted this. I said he's going to have one of his best, most productive seasons and one of his least mistake seasons. So far on the season, he started 11 games. He has a 63% completion percentage. He's at 2,266 yards on the season. He's at almost 7 yards per attempt with 13 touchdowns. Now, he does have 11 interceptions, but do y'all remember earlier in the season? A lot of those interceptions came off of the receivers dropping balls and plopping them up in the air into the defender's hands. That kind of sucks. I know I said he hasn't had as many turnovers versus touchdowns, but if you watch the games, you know that those 11 interceptions, about 6 or 7 of them aren't even on him, and that sucks because he's playing a hell of a game. He's playing very well this season for us. He's been keeping a lot of drives alive, using his legs. He's trying to do everything he can to help this team survive. Y'all hit that like button on your way in the room. And I know the notifications didn't go out this time because we got 11 people in the room 5 minutes in. I know the notifications didn't go out, but that's all right. We got the first 2 videos today. The notifications went out. I appreciate everybody tuning in right now. Y'all hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. But he's having a very productive season, guys. He's 3-9 on the season. I know that's not a great record, but at the end of the day, we'll take that. He's played 11 games, but he only started 9. From what I understand. No, I had to check, TD. I know the notifications didn't come through this time, but hey, the first 2 videos, YouTube gave notifications. That's how it happens, man. That's how it happens. I'm glad y'all checked, man. I'm definitely glad you guys checked. And if you look at this season, guys, Ryan Fitzpatrick, if you really look at the season, he's had let me see here. He's had a rough go of it early due to a lot of offensive line issues, guys. A lot of offensive line issues. As of late, he's been playing a lot more productive football, guys. Think about it. The beginning of the season. First game, he had 185 yards. Second game, he only had 89 yards versus the Patriots, which is crazy, man. He got sacked 4 times in that game, though. The next game versus Dallas, he only played 2. He only had 2 snaps. That's when Rosen had an issue. He had to go to the get checked out, and Fitzpatrick came in, threw 2 strikes for 2 completions for 29 yards. Had 118 QBR in that game. The next game, he only had 132 yards. Literally 4 games in, he hadn't even reached over 200 yards yet. Then they gave him his start back, and he had 282 yards. Then the next game, he had 190 yards, but 2 touchdowns. Then against the Jets, he put up 288 yards and 3 touchdowns. And that was our first win of the season. We got better and better since that point. Then we won again when he put up 169 yards. And he ran the ball 4 times, though, and had a rushing touchdown as well. He impacted that game with his legs and helped us win it. It was a very defensive, low-scoring game. But the crazy thing is he put 7 of the 16 points up himself, running the ball. Now, against Buffalo, we lost. But he had 323 yards trying to help this team survive with a 71% completion percentage. But he got sacked 7 times. Didn't protect him. Versus the Browns, 214 yards, but he had 2 touchdowns. Sacked him 4 times. Didn't protect him. And Philadelphia puts up 365 yards. Devontae Parker, truly a straight-up beast. 365 yards. His highest yardage this season. Career high. He had both of his season highs with Devontae Parker beasting. He had 3 touchdowns, had a monster of a day with 113 passer rating. Just amazing, man. He got the Jets coming up, the Giants and Cincinnati. 3 of the weakest teams in the NFL. Do y'all hear me? He has the Jets, Giants, and Cincinnati coming up. 3 of the weakest teams in the league. He should be able to continue with this type of play because Devontae Parker should still be able to play at a high level with these kind of guys. With these guys playing, Devontae should definitely play at a very high level. Very high level. But the first 4 games, you can't put that on Fitz. The first game, we know what happened. Everybody was dropping balls. The second game, he only played half the game, 60% of the game. The third game versus Dallas, only 7%, playing 2 plays because Rosen was starting. And the fourth game, he only played 30% of the snaps when he took over for Rosen. And that was a tight game, which we were coming back, but we lost 17-16. People forget we only lost to Washington by 1 point. We only lost to Washington by 1 point, man. Man, we've had a season so far. We've had a season so far, man. Actually, week 4, he didn't play at all. Week 5, he didn't play at all. He didn't even have a stat line. So technically, guys, here's what's interesting. He didn't play week 4, nor did he play week 5. And in week 3, he didn't, you might as well say he didn't play. In week 2, he played 50% of the snaps. In week 6, he only played 36% of the snaps. You can almost say this man barely played 5 games worth of stats, and he still put up 2,200 yards. 2,200 yards in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. Fitzpatrick, if he had started every game, was literally on pace of possibly having over a 4,000-yard season this year. Believe it or not, he was literally on pace for having over a 4,000-yard season had he started every game. These are facts. 13 touchdowns in roughly 8 games, guys. 13 touchdowns in 8 games. He's having a pretty good season. And again, if he had played those 5 games, he might be 22 touchdowns right now. That's the pace off the top of my head. He might be 22 touchdowns with 4 games left. Put him somewhere. He might have had 30 touchdowns on the season. Think about it. He could have had 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns on the season. Finally, some legitimate facts. Get out of here, EM. You be hating, man. Y'all hit that like button. That is impressive, y'all. If you put it all together, that is impressive. That is impressive. He is basically on pace of having 4,000 yards had he started every game, over 30 touchdowns. That is impressive. With this team, impressive. He's just been sacked a lot. 10, 17, 24. Wow. 30. He's had 31 sacks so far. He's been sacked 31 times. And here's the sad part about him getting sacked 31 times. If he played those 5 games, oh my gosh. If he had played those 5 games, he's been sacked 31 times so far. Hold on. I got to do the math on this. This is atrocious. This is Tannehill. Oh my gosh. I have to do the math. 31 divided by 8. He's averaging about 4 sacks a game. If he played those 5 games that he didn't play, that was another 20 sacks. This man would have been sacked 50 times already. He would have been sacked 50 times already, and we still got 4 weeks left, which is on pace to end the season at 70 sacks. He would be on pace of ending the season with 70 sacks. 70 sacks. Hold on. I got to do the math here. 16 divided by 70. Wait, no. I'm backwards. 70 divided by 16. I mean, 4.4 sacks per game. Regardless of him being able to still be productive, just like Tannehill's 4,000-yard seasons, still getting sacked. Do people realize 70 sacks? 70 sacks? Who's the top quarterback in the league right now? Who is the top quarterback in the league right now? My gosh, that's atrocious. Who's the top quarterback? I believe Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, top quarterback in the league right now. I just got to see this. Fitzpatrick got 30 sacks already, and he would have had 50. So basically, let's say he played the 5 games. He got 50 sacks right now. Lamar Jackson has 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 18, 19, 21. Lamar Jackson's been sacked 21 times. Lamar Jackson has been sacked 21 times versus Fitzpatrick 50. Do you know what taking away 30 sacks would mean? If Fitzpatrick started every game and we had 31, and he had 21 sacks right now, 30 more plays where the quarterback didn't go down, even if it was a throwaway and some of them a completion, I will go out on a limb to say that's 2 or 3 wins right there. That is 2 or 3 wins right there. 30 times, man. Comparing a mobile QB to a pocket passer. You have to, Fitzsanity, because Fitzpatrick gets out of the pocket too. Not only that, Lamar Jackson actually exposes himself up to be sacked even more. A mobile quarterback exposes himself to have rushes for negative yards even more. You would think that Lamar Jackson would have a few negative rushes that they, of course, count as a sack because they don't give them negative rushes. Man, this is crazy. Think about it. Lamar Jackson done rushed the ball. He's ran the ball almost 200 times this season. He's ran the ball almost 200 times this season. If a running back runs the ball 200 times in a season, he at least got 30 carries that were negative. He at least got 30 carries that were negative. If a running back runs the ball, he at least 200 times, he's at least going to have, even if I'm being generous, he's at least going to have 20 carries that's negative. And Lamar Jackson rushes that are negative are sacks because he's the quarterback. But the man has been sacked 21 times rushing and passing, running the ball 200 times and passing the ball as much as he has as well. People don't understand. Same thing I used to say about our old quarterbacks. I don't want to name them so that people don't get in their feelings. Any of our old quarterbacks, when you get sacked that much, you killing drives, you taking points off the board. You stalling, you screwing up the time of possession. More punts. Man, they say Russell Wilson was sacked a lot too. That's only because they hold the ball a lot looking for someone to get open. Let's see Russell Wilson. Because let's see if he got the 50 that Fitzpatrick would have had. Let's see if Russell Wilson got the 50 that Fitzpatrick would have had. We already see Lamar Jackson 21. All right, Russell Wilson. I got his up right now. Let me count them. All right, let me go back up. Here we go. Russell Wilson. Sacks. Let me see. Russell Wilson has a lot, but it's still 35 compared to Fitzpatrick's 50 on average that he would average. Russell Wilson's been sacked. See, this is what gets me, man. If Russell Wilson's been sacked 35 times, and you're right, Poseidon holds the ball a lot looking for someone to get open. But some quarterbacks do that and it's all good, but others do it and, oh no, he has no pocket awareness and this and that and this. That's interesting to me. Some quarterbacks do it. It's okay. Other quarterbacks do it. Wow. Interesting. But he got 35. So take away the 15 for Fitzpatrick, 15 sacks this year. Again, 15 sacks, that's at least one game to me. Compare him to Goff. Goff gets sacked a lot. Let me see. Jared Goff. Let's see Jared Goff's. I got Goff up now. Let me see. All right, let me scroll down to stats. All right, Jared Goff. Sacks. Jared Goff actually ain't even close. He barely gets sacked. He got 19. He less than Lamar Jackson. Jared Goff's only been sacked 19 times. He's only been sacked 19 times. 19 times. He actually barely gets sacked. That's an average of 1.2 a game. 1.3 per game. Try Murray and see how Arizona has improved with their O-line. That's a good comparison. I like that. Appreciate. Who was that said that? Miami's best 19. I appreciate that, man. Kyler Murray. Let's see. Let's see if they any better. You said Fitz got sacked 15 times. No, I didn't. I said 50. He's on pay. Remember, he didn't play 5 games. Well, I count one of them because he came in and threw 2 passes because Rosen went to the locker room and came back out. But if you look at the sum of Fitzpatrick, basically he didn't play 5 games. Right now he got 30. And if you do the average, that's like 4.4 a game. If you take the 5 that he didn't play, he basically would have had 50 sacks. He got 50. 5-0. 50 is what he would have basically on pace to have had. All right, let's see. Kyler Murray. Where Kyler Murray? Hell, it look like he getting sacked a lot too, though. 8-16. He gets sacked a lot too, 41 times. Still ain't better than Fitzpatrick because he played every game. 41 times Kyler Murray got sacked. He running for his life. Oh, so that's why they ain't winning games over there. Oh, so Kyler Murray is only as good as his offensive line can help him be. This man has only had a passer rating over 100 3 times. He's had a passer rating over 100 3 times. And it's not his fault. It's not. But hope people can recognize this, man. You got to protect the quarterback. I can guarantee there's a correlation. Baker Mayfield. All right, let me do that. Baker Mayfield. Somebody said, but Kyler is mobile. Well, that could be a part of it. That's why I'm shocked at the Lamar Jackson situation. Because if you're a mobile quarterback, let me see if he rushing. Let me see if Kyler Murray rushing the ball. If you mobile, let me see. Because to me, if you're mobile, you done ran the ball more than 5 times a game. You run the ball about 4 times to 5 times a game if you're a mobile QB. Let me see. Kyler, yeah, he mobile. Hell, he got multiple games where he ran the ball more than 10 times. 10, 11, 10, 8, 4, 3, 5. He's definitely a mobile quarterback. So a lot of his sacks are attributed to that. But that's why I'm so shocked about this Lamar Jackson thing. How he can only have 19, yet he done ran the ball 3 times more than Kyler Murray done ran the ball. It's crazy. All right, let me go Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield. I'm so shocked that I didn't realize Fitzmagic done been sacked. It could have been sacked by basically 50 times is what his pace is. It's an O-line thing, man. It's O-line. All right, Baker Mayfield. All right, sacks. Not as bad. 11, 12, 16, 21. Oh, 32 times. That's high, but still not the 50. 32 times. And Fitzpatrick got 30 sacks and didn't play 5 games. On pace, which his pace should have been 50. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And don't make me go look at Rosen sacks and just give him to Fitzpatrick to see. Don't make me look at that. He might have 60. It might bring it up to 60. Deshaun Watson. Wait, why am I saying Deshaun? Yeah, Deshaun, I'm tripping. Here we go. Let me see Deshaun Watson real quick. Allen from Buffalo, another mobile QB. I'll look it up in a second. Okay, Deshaun Watson. He got 35. Still ain't on pace. He got 35. Let me see his rushing. He runs the ball, but I would put his average of rushing around. Yeah, he run the ball about 5 times a game, 6 maybe. Yeah, he run the ball too. He definitely runs the ball. I do 1 or 2 more quarterbacks. Any other ones? Josh Allen? Somebody said Allen. I do 1 more after Josh Allen. Y'all let me know. Man. I'll take a mobile QB any day, though. Professor said Miami most sacked in the league, I think. 32nd in sack per game. Obviously, I'm looking at it. Obviously. You're right. It has to be. It has to be, man. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I picked the wrong Josh Allen. Josh Allen. There we go. Here we go. Game log. Sam Darnold, Brissett, coach. I don't know how to spell the guy's name. I'll do a few more, man. Then I'm going to move off of this. Because I think we done already proved it at this point. All right, Josh Allen. Not much. Well, let me see. He has 27 sacks. Not bad. Josh Allen's getting protected enough. And that's he's getting protected. Yeah, Josh Allen. Yeah. That's what Josh Allen's getting protected. Sam Darnold. I got to do my Mahomes last. I'm going to do my Mahomes. Oh, Brissett. I'm going to do Brissett, then Mahomes, and then I'm done. All right. Sam Darnold. Wow, he has a lot. He got 27, right? But he only played 9 games. He still got less than Fitzpatrick because he played more games. Fitzpatrick only played 8 games. He still got less than Fitzpatrick, but that's still a lot. He got 27 in 9 games. That's a lot. He's basically on pace for about 46, 45, 46. If he had played every game so far. And then by the end of the season, about 60. He's on pace to have 60 for the season if he had played every game. Somebody said that's 3 a game. Yeah, but you got some quarterbacks out here less than 2 a game. It makes a difference. It makes a difference. Sometimes it's just that one drive where you didn't get sacked and you scored. Sometimes that's what it is. Who else did y'all say? Brissett. Jacoby Brissett. And then I'm going to do Mahomes and I'm done. Let's see. Jacoby Brissett. Oh, he's doing good. Only 19. He's better than Lamar Jackson. Wait, no, he missed 1 week. So he missed 1 week. He's probably the same as Lamar Jackson. Jacoby Brissett is getting protected. He's being protected. Now let me go Patty Mahomes. My homeboy. It's amazing that we can still be somewhat productive with all of this. Look at Mahomes. He number one in the freaking league. Mahomes probably number one in the league for least amount of sacks. He got 12 sacks and played 10 games. 12 sacks. 12 sacks. Let me count this again. Maybe I'm tripping. 12 sacks on the season. 12 freaking sacks. And people want to sit on here like EM Dolphins and argue with me about these quote unquote elite quarterbacks who in perfect situations. Perfect situations. And dog the quarterbacks who ain't got no protection. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Now watch when he get his $40 million. I bet you that sack number get triple when they can't afford all that protection. And if they do afford the protection, that defense gonna be the suckiest defense ever. Ain't no because he can avoid pressure. Stop that mess. Stop that craziness. Ain't got nothing to do with him being able to avoid pressure. 12 sacks. Look at Lamar Jackson. He can avoid pressure. 12 freaking sacks. This is offensive line, man. So now Russell Wilson can't avoid pressure then. Is that what you're saying? Aaron Rodgers can't avoid pressure no more because I know he is high. Perfect situations, man. Don't give me no his line garbage. Y'all stop that ridiculousness, man. Stop that. 12. 12, y'all. In 10 games. 10 out of 12 games. He only missed 2 games. So he basically averages about like 1 a game. So if he played those 2 games, he would have 14 sacks. Number 1 in the NFL. They ain't got nothing to do, man. Man. Yeah, you deal with me tonight, EM. You ain't got nothing but false facts, man. False facts. Ryan Tannehill. Well, let me pull it up because Tannehill been getting sacked too. But he ain't played a lot of games. You can compare Tannehill with Ryan Fitzpatrick because Fitzpatrick ain't played 5 games. Tannehill ain't played 6 games. Tannehill didn't play 6 games. So let's see. If Ryan would have had 50 right now, let's see what Tannehill got in Tennessee because that was the same line. Same amount of games roughly as Ryan Fitzpatrick pretty much. Ryan Fitzpatrick played 8 games. Oh, Tannehill played 8 games. Oh, well, you can't count this first game because there's only 1 snap in the first game. So I can't count that. So he played 7 games. Let's see how many sacks he got. $24 sacks in 8 games. 8, 16, 24. That's 3 per game. So if he played the 1 more game, he'd have 27 versus Fitzpatrick's 50. Fitzpatrick got sacked 23 more times than Tannehill on the same pace. 23 more times in Miami. And this still ain't great, but this at least puts him around the average like the rest of those guys like Russell Wilson and stuff. So Tannehill ain't on his butt as much. He ain't been going down as much. Hell, just last week he had 6 sacks. So that's actually 2 games worth. You think Rivers is getting worse? Rivers' time is done. It don't get better. Rivers don't get better from this point. I'll say that. That might be fair. That'll probably be the fair way to look at it. He don't get better at this point. Man, yeah, Rivers is getting worse. Chargers will take Tua if he slips, or could roll the dice on Herbert if Tua is gone. Brady time is done too, right? I hope so. I think it's really the fact that them receivers are getting zero separation. If you watch that game, it was true. Now people want to say, no, Brady not carrying the team. The receivers weren't getting any separation in that game. So let me see if Tom Brady on his butt. Let me see if Tom Brady been getting sacked like crazy. All right, here we go. Tom Brady. He done played every game. '21, just like Lamar Jackson. And he don't run the ball. And he doesn't run the ball. He averages 1 rush per game, and that's probably just a quarterback sneak. He does not run the ball. Wow. Same as Lamar Jackson, exact same amount. They protect him. They protect this man. Man, they do protect him. 21 is high for the Pats. I agree. That's about 1.5 a game. You know they want 0.5 a game. But he's one of he's had multiple games with 0 sacks. He throws it to the dirt a lot. Well, that too. I get it. Refs help him. But a lot of that too. Ain't nothing y'all saying wrong. I'm just saying. We done looking at up those stats. But that's interesting, man. Fitzpatrick has been on his butt, but he's still been able to perform. And I like that, man. All he's doing is what Tannehill was doing in his first few seasons. Throwing on pace for 4,000 yards, getting some touchdowns, and getting sacked like more than everybody else. Do you realize if Fitzpatrick wasn't sacked as much, he like literally he could be on pace for like a 5,000 yard season? You cut his sacks in half, like the rest of the league. Though that means possible extended drives. That's what people don't think about. When your quarterback don't get sacked, that's an extended drive. Potentially more points. Potentially still in field goal range instead of getting sacked out of it. Y'all know how we be at the 35 and next thing you know we at the 43 and got a punt. Cut his sacks in half and we're a playoff team. That's arguable. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, no, but that's arguable. Like literally, I would literally be saying we could possibly have 7 wins right now. You cut that man's sacks down. When we lost 17-16, the man was sacked 6 times. We lost the game 17-16, and he was sacked 6 times. Come on, man. Come on. But shout out to Ryan Fitzpatrick for doing his thing, man. I'm proud of him this year. He's played some of his best football. I know the interceptions wouldn't suggest it. But again, y'all remember them early games. Hell, he had 3 picks in one game coming all off of the receiver's hands. Now, he throws some boneheaded ones like the first one this week. And I remember another one, but a lot of those picks wasn't even his fault. We're a Tunsil away from the playoffs. Well, when we had Tunsil, we wouldn't go into the playoffs. So what you mean? And people want to argue that those rosters were better than this one. So I don't know. I don't know if it really got something to do with the Tunsil away. You need a unit on the O-line. It's not a specific guy. We need a great left tackle. No, you just need a 5-guy unit that's working together as one. As one. Yeah, we had Gase. That does answer a lot of our questions. But this TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans, guys. I got 2 more stories to bring to y'all. I might save them for tomorrow. And just save the rest of the day for the panel conversation tonight with EM Dolphins fan with the buffoonery and delusionalism. We're gonna save the other topics for tomorrow with some other ones that's probably gonna come fresh and new. We got to talk about this O-line situation. Dave Dugligliamo, I keep on pronouncing it wrong, but Dave has spoken out about the O-line, specific players. I want to break that down and talk specifically. It helps us understand which direction we're going to be headed in, because it's clear we're going to be looking for some offensive linemen. But it's some guys that we're probably going to keep around that people don't realize, and we're going to talk about that for sure tomorrow. That's going to be one segment talking about the O-line. The 5 guys up front right now who individually where they stack up for our future. We got to talk about that. No question about it. All right. So that's going to lead the way tomorrow. Tonight we have the panel conversation. Guys, you don't want to miss that. It usually goes down. We're going to enjoy it tonight. Reason's going to be in the building. Mr. Ball Game's going to be in the building. Finsanity's going to be in the building. Unfortunately, Dolphins fan going to be in the building. And you know your boy TD will be in the building. Tonight is going down, guys. I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait. Let me make sure it ain't no breaking news that I missed today. No, I believe that's it. Well, let me make sure. Oh, I like the Miami Herald for this one. I'm going to read that one, but that's the title. It said, a lot of people who talk and write about football owe Coach Flores and Dolphins apology. Doggone right they do. I'm going to definitely read that article. I just want to see what they're saying about it. They definitely owe us an apology because they always bashing us and we still overachieving from what they say. From what they say. Disrespecting our team, putting negative annotations on us about tanking and stuff. Ain't no tanking this team. Like I said before, we just been losing games, but we've been trying and we've been fighting. We've been trying to figure it out. They say we were disgraceful for what we've been doing. All right, Elder Bruce Jones. That's all right, man. It's TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all checking in today. It's your boy TD, man. I am out. I will see y'all tonight for the panel conversation. It'll start between 8 and 9 p.m. once I get in contact with all the panelists. And I'll usually give a range around that time because I make sure everybody is in line and I got it all set up because I'm usually free after 7:30, but it takes some setup on that platform. So hey, and guys, usually I only invite the panelists, and at the very end I might bring 1 or 2 or 3 people that's backstage in. So don't get mad if you're backstage and I'm not clicking on you to come up front, because that's for Friday night, and we're gonna be right back in business for that as well. Okay. All right, man. I'm out for the day. I appreciate y'all tuning in for all 3 of the shows today at TD Fans Talk. If you haven't seen the videos, go check them out. The first video, we got a video today about Devontae Parker that we put up. That's a nice one. We also got what Jadeveon Clowney had to say, and we also talked about just now Ryan Fitzpatrick being nominated. And you can vote for him. Go to Twitter and vote for him. Matter of fact, all you got to do is go to Google, type in Miami Dolphins, and then scroll down till you see all the topic pictures. Scroll over, and you'll see Ryan Fitzpatrick nominated. Click on that so you can go vote for him. Last I checked, he was leading the way at 55% of the votes. The second person had 25 and the other person had like 20 or something like that. So y'all go vote for our guy because he deserves it much better than those other quarterbacks. He had a better game, man. So y'all go vote for him, and let's go ahead and get him the award that he deserves. This is where we come into play, rewarding him indirectly by hitting that button, voting for him on Twitter. Again, this is TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I appreciate all y'all love and support. Peace. I'll see y'all tonight for the panel conversation. EM Dolphin fans, you better drink your milk, baby, because I'm ready. Peace. I'm out.